Hey, co founders, welcome to your daily deposit. And today I'm talking about hair. I've had a lot of different hairstyles over the years, and I recently decided that, you know what? I want something easy, I want something recognizable, and I want a style that conveys professionalism and confidence. So remember that your hair is one of the first things people read before your outfit, before your voice. I love a signature hairstyle because I feel like it reduces daily decision fatigue. Oh man, the wigs add even more decision fatigue. Communicate stability and intention. It signals identity before explanation, and it anchors our confidence the same way skincare does. And when you're becoming her, when your hair is consistent, your presence becomes recognizable. And it isn't about doing the most, it's about doing what works every time. So I'm going to take you behind the scenes really, really quickly. I did not shampoo my hair this day. I actually just decided to refresh the style the way it was. And it's a dry style, but I'll take you through how I refreshed it. So here I am. The style is dry, but I want to kind of lay my sides down a little bit better as well as the back, the nape of my hair. So I just take my favorite mousse, a lot of body. It does me right. But I am going to try that influence mousse that everybody's talking about, honey. You have to order that one off of Amazon. But I am going to try that one because all my Pixie girlies are using that. And I just take me a good firm brush and brush my hair down. Now, my hair is naturally curly. So, look, once it starts growing out, it starts to curl up like tight little coils. So, for me, it's important for me to make sure that I brush my hair down really, really good before I tie it down. So, as you can see, I'm just using my brush, and I didn't wet my hair all over because I didn't want the top of my hair to be wet because I didn't want to have to wait that long for my hair to get dry. So here, like I said, I'm just handling the bang in the front, the temple, and the nape area. And yeah, and this is really from, I think my hair been styled like this for maybe a week. No, I won't say a week. It's probably about 4 days. And, especially when you're going to the gym, it's like, how do I keep my hair maintained without it looking like I've been to the gym? So this is another great way to kind of get your hair in shape if you went to the gym, but then you need to go somewhere else after, or if you work out in the morning and then you still have a 9 to 5 or a meeting that you have to attend. So look, I tried to do the little wrap thing. You know how they wrap it over and wet that didn't work. And wet the paper. Look at it. It didn't work. So I went on back to my favorite. I just went ahead and tied my hair in the front. Now, if my hair was wet, the first strip I'm going to put is the strip that goes across the top, and I tie under my chin. Because my hair is curly, I basically kind of mold my hair as well with my wraps. And if I do it this way when it's wet, all it's doing is pushing my hair up. So when it dries, it's not gonna be as flat as I want it to be. So because my hair is dry in the top, I'm not worried about it. So I'm going to take my strips, and I really try to make sure I get back there in the nape area. As you can see, I'm turning around. And again, the top of my hair isn't wet, so I'm not worried about that portion of my hair. And I think I decided right here just to go ahead and put fresh ones on. I don't know why I did. Oh, yeah. Okay, here we go. What was I doing, y'all? Where was I going with that? Where was I going? Just where was I going? Comment below. Where was I going with that? So anyway, I think I just decided that I didn't want my hair still to puff up for any reason. So this is where, if my hair was like freshly shampooed and conditioned, I'm going to do it this way. I'm going to tie the top first, and then I'm going to wrap my wrapping papers from the top to the nape, if that makes sense, or from the crown to the nape. And because, again, my hair is so curly, that kind of helps to, one, almost smooth my hair down as I'm putting the wrapping papers on. My hair gets curly really, really easy, bright. You see that thumbs up. Now, I don't know where I was going at first with that paper behind my neck, but we got it together. And I'm just going to tie it. Remembering again, this is almost like your a quick way to lay those sides. You know what I'm saying? When maybe you sweat a little bit or they started, getting a little crunchy on the sides. You just use a little water, loosen up that product and relay it. Now, this scarf, I love my scarf. I love my scarf. And what I will do is if I had freshly shampooed my hair, I would definitely put more wrapping paper starting from the top of my head, under my chin, from the crown all the way down to the nape with my wrapping papers so that by the time I get to the nape, everything else is smooth. And I will then still put my scarf on. And I'll keep it on. At some point, I would go ahead and just cut the chin wrapping paper off, at least just, because I'll let it stay on for about 45 minutes to an hour. But then after that, I'll go ahead and cut the chin wrapping papers off and let the scarf and the other wrapping paper stay on for probably about another 30 minutes. And then we'll see what I do. So at this point, I didn't cut the chin paper off, just because this is quick. So I let this stay on for about 45 minutes. And now I'm just going to take all the wrapping papers off. Now, if my hair were freshly shampooed and conditioned, then I would I would just cut the chin papers at the chin part. I wouldn't take the scarf off. The wrapping papers would still be in place. And then I would let it stay for another 45 minutes, which is about 2 hours. And then I would do this part. That's if my hair was wet all the way over, all over. But because it wasn't wet all over, then I just did it this way. Now, I think she took me a little too high on that side, on my left side facing y'all, but we're going to let it grow out. Now, I do like the length of my hair, but I do like a little more heaviness in it. So I do want the crown to grow out just a little bit. It was a little bit longer than this, but then I went and just got a trim on it because my sideburns were really, really heavy. She trimmed them, but I think she took a little bit too much off for me and my liking because there was a photo that I had used with the initial cut. So we're going to let my hair grow out just a little bit more because I do like that fullness. And if you're trying to figure out, okay, girl, where you going? It's that Tayana Taylor cut, but just not as full because I don't like a lot of curls in my hair. So I've taken my wrapping papers off. I'm not going anywhere. So I'm not worried about styling or curling or anything. So I'm just going to go ahead and tie my hair up without the wrapping papers on, just because I like for it to stay flat. So, it's a journey during the summer, but right about now, we don't really have to worry about our hair frizzing up and stuff like that. But that wow spray, baby, put that wow spray on, put those wrapping papers on, get up under the hair dryer. That wow spray in the little silver bottle is the truth. I ain't gonna lie to you. It is perfect. Okay. So there it is.